As a law enforcement officer, I attest that my fundamental duty is to serve mankind, to safeguard lives and property, to protect the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation, and the peaceful against violence or disorder, and to respect the constitutional rights of all persons to ensure liberty, equality, and justice.
Welcome to Gainesville PD On Duty, where we take you behind the badge of the Gainesville Police Department. My name is Officer Ben Tobias, and I'm the spokesman for GPD. We'd like to thank our faithful viewers as we take a new direction with our television show. One of the first things you'll notice is a new co-host. Each month I'll have a new co-host so you can meet more of the men and women that serve this great city. Joining me today is Officer Amanda Rodanis. She patrols the southeast side of Gainesville during the daytime hours. Welcome to the show, Amanda.
Thanks, Ben. On today's show, we'll learn a bit more about the new direction our TV show is taking. And then we'll see how GPD is empowering the women of Gainesville to fight off attackers. Finally, we will finish with a segment on holiday safety.
For over 15 years, we have partnered with Studio 601, a locally owned production company, to create the television show known as Police Beat. The nature of police work has certainly changed in 15 years, and it was time for a bit of an overhaul for our show. The result is a fresh, new direction that demonstrates more of GPD's community-oriented policing and shows how the men and women of our agency interacts with the public. Faithful viewers will see many similarities and will also notice some differences. The purpose of the show remains the same. It has always been to connect with the community and allow us to come into your homes to tell you about what we're doing through the day, to tell you some of the programs that we're doing to help keep the community safe. That portion of the show will never change. For example, the room that we're standing in is called the Hall of Heroes. It's a community room directly off of the lobby of the Gainesville Police Department. This room is called the Hall of Heroes because it is dedicated to the memory of the 4 members of the Gainesville Police Department who gave their lives in service of this community. We designed this room for the community, and we designed it for the public. We have public meetings in here, we have Crime Watch meetings in here, and by filming the show in this room, what we're doing is bringing this public space to you at home. One of the more obvious changes is the show is obviously the name. The name Police Beat was with us for over 15 years, and there have been times today when we're filming that I keep wanting to call the show Police Beat. But after a lot of thought and after talking with a lot of people around the show, we decided that it was now time to change to a simpler title, just really displaying what we are. We're the Gainesville Police Department, and we're on duty. We're on duty all the time. And so we wanted to make that change to the name of the show to reflect that. Folks, it's no secret that police work has definitely changed over the 15 years that the show has been in existence. One of the biggest changes is how we do police work. Heavy-handed police tactics, may have worked 15 years ago, but we owe it to our communities to shift the way that we're doing things just based on some of the events that have been brought to light across our nation. We're very proud that the Gainesville Police Department operates on a higher level than a lot of other city police departments across the country. We have men and women that are putting themselves in harm's way each and every single day to make sure that you remain safe. And so the nature of that work has changed. We're still doing the same work, but we're doing it in a different manner. We're getting out of our cars. We're going to meet the people in the community. And that's very important because you should expect to know who your police officer is that works in your neighborhood. You should know their name. You should even know a little bit about their family sometimes because they're going to know a little bit about your family and how to keep you safe. On that shift is we've taken the warrior mentality, which used to be how police work was done, and we're switching to more of a guardian mentality. We've always been around to protect and serve, but the way that we're doing it is a lot different now. Chief Jones has started with the 3 C's, is what he calls it, and he expects all of his police officers to know that we're going to police with compassion. Any person we come into contact with, whether they're a victim or whether they're a hardened criminal, have the right to be dealt with compassion. We're also going to be consistent. What we do on the east side of Gainesville, we're going to do on the west side of Gainesville. Same for north and south. This patch says Gainesville Police. It doesn't say North Gainesville. It doesn't say South Gainesville. It says Gainesville. And so we owe it to you, no matter where you live in the city, that you're going to be treated the exact same way as everyone else. And most importantly is constitutionality. We are going to make sure that we are protecting the constitutional rights granted to us in the U.S. Constitution, and it's very important that we keep those intact. Another thing that's changed with the show is it used to be just a television show. You'd let us into your living rooms with Police Beat over the years, and as technology has enhanced, we certainly have enhanced as well. We are now not only just a TV show, but you may be watching us on the web right now. Facebook and Twitter and YouTube are a huge thing. We never thought that we would see that many years ago, but here we are, and the technologies are there. So that's just another method of dialogue that we can have. I may not be on the beat, walking in your neighborhood, but you're allowing me into your home and allowing me onto your mobile device or your computer through this show. And that's what makes this show so important, is it's just that other layer of dialogue between us and you. And speaking of that, there's only 302 Gainesville police officers and over 100,000 residents. We think we do a very good job of maintaining order and keeping Gainesville a very safe place, but we can't do it on our own. We need everyone to be alert all the time, to be those extra eyes and ears for us in the community, to let us know when there's a problem. If you see something suspicious, give us a call. That's what we're there for. So I say all of that to really explain how we got to this point. We've got a new show name, we've got a new feel for the show, we've got new co-hosts. Just all of that brings us to this point. And so Amanda, what do you have?
Well, we just want to encourage our viewers to reach out to us. You can do that through our social media or website, phone, or even in person, just so we can make sure we give you the best show possible. After a short break, we will show you how a group of GPD officers are teaching Gainesville females how to fight off attackers. We'll be right back.
I actually don't remember anything from the accident. Crossing the intersection of 13th Street and 39th Avenue, and a truck pulled out in front of me. Wearing all black also doesn't help, so I was wearing all black. I had a son behind me. My head went full force into the hood of the truck that pulled out in front of me. I would definitely not be here if I hadn't been wearing a helmet. I would still ride again, but I would ride knowing that I risk my life every time I get on the bike. I think everyone should know that.
So you're cruising down the road and all of a sudden you spot flashing lights up ahead. Some sort of emergency vehicle. Maybe a cop car, maybe an ambulance, maybe a tow truck is stopped on the side of the road with its flashing lights on. What do? If you answer, just keep right on going. Wrong. Sorry, try again. When an emergency vehicle or tow truck is stopped on the roadside with its lights flashing, it's your job to move over or slow down 20 miles per hour below the speed limit. That's right, move over and give them some room, or slow down if you just can't change lanes. That is unless you like paying tickets, because that's just what you'll get, a big, fat ticket. So here's the deal. Keep your eyes on the road at all times and watch the road up ahead, not just what's right in front of your hood. Anytime you see an emergency vehicle or tow truck on the side of the road, move over a lane or slow down to 20 miles per hour below the speed limit. Give them the space they need to do their job safely. Hey, these folks are looking out for you, so look out for them too, will you? Move over, Florida. It's the law. A message from the Florida Highway Patrol, paid for by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Burglaries and robberies have become serious concerns in our city. This crime is referred to as a crime of opportunity because most criminals look for the path of least resistance. Protect yourself, don't become a target, lock your doors, and keep expensive items out of plain view.
For crime prevention information, go to GainesvillePD.org or call the Gainesville Police Department's Crime Prevention Office at 334-2479. Protect yourself, don't become a target.
I will maintain courageous calm in the face of danger, scorn, or ridicule. Develop self-restraint and be constantly mindful of the welfare of others. Honest in thought and deed in both my personal and official life, I will be exemplary in obeying the laws of the land and the regulations of my department. Together, as a community, we foster order, safety, and freedom.
Welcome back to Gainesville PD On Duty. While Gainesville is a safe place to live and work, no city can be completely free of crime. We understand that our role as police is to serve and protect the residents and visitors of Gainesville. But what happens when a suspect attacks and we aren't right there? Are you prepared to fight back? A group of local women are. They have experienced GPD's RAD course and have learned proven self-defense techniques to help keep them safe if danger strikes. Let's learn a bit more about the program.
Defensive stance.
RAD is a program that
was developed for women, for empowerment and self-defense.
As RAD instructors, our goal is to provide women with the basic self-defense skills they need in order to survive an attack. We also offer advanced self-defense skills to further empower these women throughout their day.
RAD has taken off here at the Gainesville Police Department, and we're so very happy to offer the classes, and we're going to continue.
So in RAD, on the first day, we do a PowerPoint presentation, explain the benefits of RAD, what kind of things you could expect to learn from it. And then as the class progresses, you start to learn moves.
You learn different strikes and different ways to get away from someone if they tried to get you and make yourself not a victim.
What we teach is a lot of stuff that they can use to use their size, weight, and strength that they have to the maximum potential so they can defend themselves against somebody that's attacking them.
I would definitely recommend this class for other teens, especially most of my friends who are short. They think they don't have the strength, so I tell them, hey, you got it, you just need to learn how to use it.
I like that it doesn't matter what your abilities are or your size is. You can, if you're injured or you're hurt or elderly or just have different abilities, everything can be altered to the way your body works.
We work with a great deal of age ranges. We work with everybody as far as what they're comfortable doing.
We definitely want to work with them and at their own pace. We don't want to pressure them into doing anything they're not ready for. That's why we encourage them to keep coming back so that they can work on their skills, and maybe the next time they will break out of their shell just a little bit more. I know that they gain a lot more self-awareness and awareness in the community and their surroundings. That's something else we teach them, to just be aware. Sometimes these things can be prevented if you just stare your attacker in their face at first, and they may say, hey, this girl, she looks like she's not intimidated. She's ready to fight. So, just having that, exuding that self-confidence and just being aware of their surroundings is something that's very important that we try to emphasize in the class as well.
It's crazy to see the change in them, because on the first day, they're really shy and timid. When we're doing drills, we have them say things verbally, and they're not as loud usually. By the last day, they're a totally different person. You can see the strength and the confidence that came out in them by the last day.
I feel a lot more confident because I used to be a very shy little person.
The main thing that I got out of the class was knowing that my teenage daughter, who took the class with me, will now have the confidence in herself to know how to extricate herself from situations that she might get into.
I would definitely recommend this class. I would say especially if you have been in a situation where you've been attacked before, taking the class can help you regain your power.
It makes me very proud that I'm able to teach someone the skills they need that maybe they will have to use one day.
I think it's really great that the Gainesville Police Department does offer this class to us for free. That's free to any female who wants to take it, and I think every female should.
I definitely recommend it for other women and teenage girls like myself, because it's a dangerous world, so you gotta be prepared.
We've had a lot of situations where young ladies have had to utilize those techniques offered in RAD. And we always make sure that we tell them that your main goal is to escape. So in doing that, I think that we're doing a great job with these RAD classes.
The worst thing you can do is to think that it can never happen to you or to me or to someone you know. Unfortunately, sexual batteries occur all the time, and you just got to prepare yourself. And by taking these classes, you just hope that you will be able to get the survival skills you need in order to survive an attack if, for whatever reason, one occurs. You saw me in the last segment, and I have to tell you that being a RAD instructor is very rewarding. I enjoy helping folks prepare to protect themselves if they ever need to. After a break, we will talk a bit more about preparation and safety, specifically staying safe during the holidays. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
The time of the accident, I did not have any protective gear on, and I never thought I'd be hit. The only thing that anybody driving a scooter or motorcycle can do is wear protective gear, because that's really something that could save your life. My scooter was totaled. I have no desire to get that fixed. I never want to see it again, and I will never ride a scooter again.
It's after midnight. Most likely you're asleep, safe in your home. Somebody is there, watching out for you, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. The Gainesville Police Department is on patrol.
Report a suspect attempting to enter residence.
Go ahead, 3, I'm en route.
The Gainesville Police Department. When you need us, we're there.
Burglaries and robberies have become serious concerns in our city. This crime is referred to as a crime of opportunity because most criminals look for the path of least resistance. Protect yourself. Don't become a target. Lock your doors and keep expensive items out of plain view.
For crime prevention information, go to GainesvillePD.org or call the Gainesville Police Department's Crime Prevention Office at 334-2479. Protect yourself. Don't become a target.
I will never act officiously or permit personal feelings, prejudices, animosities, or friendships to influence my decisions. With no compromise for crime and with relentless prosecution of criminals, I will enforce the law courteously and appropriately, without fear or favor, malice or ill will, and never employing unnecessary force.
If your year was anything like mine, then you can't believe that the holidays are here again so quickly. It is easily my favorite time of the year, partly because it means that sunny Florida cools down a bit, but that's of course not the only reason. You know who else likes the holidays? Criminals. They know that it's easy for folks to get distracted by a number of things, that they forget the simplest tips to stay safe. Let's take a look at one of my favorite segments, and I hope that you take these tips to heart during this holiday season.
Give me your bag.
Give him the bag.
Holidays are rolling in right now. A lot of people are getting out, doing a lot of shopping, buying gifts for friends and loved ones. A lot of opportunity to find things that you want. However, thieves also have the opportunity to take those things from your friends and loved ones as well. A lot of people are staying in town for the holidays. Gainesville's their home. But we have a lot of people in Gainesville that are going to be traveling out of town.
That's the place.
If you're getting mail and you're going to be gone for a long time, you may want to call to have your mail halted or delivered to an alternate address.
All right, let's make this simple. We're gonna make it a smash and grab. Dude, where's your mask?
You didn't tell me not to have one.
We're robbing a place. You gotta have a mask.
There are 2 theories to robbing a place. 1 is to break in. 2, you gotta blend in. It's the holidays, man.
Make sure that there aren't things available for thieves to access your house, or that there aren't things outside that are telling the thief that there's things inside that they're going to want.
There's a key.
Trust your neighbors. Sometimes your neighbors are going to be people that you can reach out to keep an eye on your house. Remember, crime watches were made for that very purpose.
I'm on lookout.
Other things that you want to do, social media is great. We get to communicate with a lot of our friends in a different format. Unfortunately, too many people put too much information in social media.
All right, I got it. 70-inch flat screen. Let's break this bad boy in after exams.
Case in point, if you say you get that nice large screen television before the holidays, you don't want to say that you're leaving. You don't want to give your itinerary out, and you don't want to say when you'll be back.
Gonna go crank out this exam. Be back for the party at 7. Peace.
Those are things that thieves can use to know just how much time they have in your home.
Hey bros, sad day. Party's canceled. TV got jacked.
No matter how careful you check your home, sometimes thieves will break in. One thing we want you to remember is when you come back and you find your home broken into, do not go into the house immediately. That's the time to call 911. Let the police arrive and we'll search the house. So while we're shopping, say you're at a very large shopping area, thieves tend to patrol the parking lot just like a police officer would patrol looking for thieves. What they're looking for is they're looking for people who are very encumbered with a lot of gifts in their hands. They know that that person isn't able to pay attention as well as somebody that has a small amount of gifts in their hands.
Hey honey, I'm out. Yeah, I got him. You said 3. Well, she's not gonna care anyway. She's 4 years old. She can't even...
They're going to watch you all the way to your car. That's a very critical time for people because you're very vulnerable at that point. If a thief is going to actually try to take something from you, that'll be the time they'll do it. But most likely, they'll rather watch you to see what you're going to do.
I've been shopping for 5 hours. I really don't want to go back in there.
Keep in mind that thieves are out there, and they're watching all of us to see if we're going to make a mistake.
Look, I don't care if your mother-in-law's coming into town. I'm the one who has to put up with it. You're gonna be at work the whole time and I gotta deal with her. Fine, I'll tell you what. I'll put all the stuff in the car and I'll go back in there. Are you happy? Good, well I hope you have dinner ready because it's gonna be like midnight before I get home. All right, love you too. Bye.
When you get your gifts, the best place to put them is in the trunk where no one can see them. We understand that it's Christmas time and people are buying a lot of gifts, so you're going to naturally overflow inside your car. Try to keep them low and out of sight so that thieves can't see them.
I'm only supposed to shop today. I'm supposed to go home.
If you pile your gifts up in your car, a lot of times you can't even get your car to lock because you'll hit the button and you think that it's locked and then you go to buy more gifts. That's when the thief strikes. They're going to start checking doors. They'll watch for people that are very careless with their vehicle.
Merry Christmas to me.
As you're going to your car, actually scan the parking lot. See if there's anyone sitting in their vehicle or just kind of lurking around in the parking lot. Those are potential thieves. The holidays are a great time. It's a lot of joy, and we get to hang out with people that we may not get to hang out with for a while. Sometimes you'll go shopping with your friend, you guys get caught up in conversation, and that time you don't pay attention to the things going on around you so much. We have to remember to remain vigilant because thieves are out there and they're looking for us to make mistakes. If you feel like you have to walk down a dark alley and you get a feeling in your gut saying don't go down there, learn to trust that. Those are your instincts. They've been given to us to keep us safe. If you're walking down a dark alley and you see somebody that looks suspicious, that's an indicator. That person may be a suspect. They may be somebody that's there to do you harm. Walk in a different direction. Trust your instincts, folks. They're there to keep you safe. Thieves like to jump out from behind objects. So let's say that you absolutely have to walk down that alley and that suspicious person jumps out and turns out they are a robber. What do you do then? Give me your bag.
Give him the bag.
That's a very terrifying situation. One, do what the person asks. If they want your money, give it away quickly. Those things are frivolous, you can get more money. Try to stay as calm as possible and call 911. Do your best to remember what the suspect looked like. Start from head to toe. Remember the things that they say because that person may do other robberies in other locations and are asking for the same things. That helps us tie things together and also gives us a location on where that person may be. We got to keep in mind that bad things can still happen. Stay vigilant. Remember, crime prevention is everybody's job.
Well, that's it for this first episode of Gainesville PD On Duty. Be sure to find us online on Facebook or Twitter or by visiting GainesvillePD.org. You can learn more about the Gainesville Police Department and even watch previous episodes.
We encourage you to contact us with any suggestions you may have for future topics. Please let us know what you would like to see in the future episodes. Let us know if you like what we are doing or if there's anything we can do better.
Thanks for spending your time with us today. No matter how you choose to celebrate this season, all of us at the Gainesville Police Department wish you the happiest of holidays. We'll see you again soon for another episode of Gainesville PD On Duty.
I recognize the badge of my office as a symbol of public faith.
and I accept it as public trust to be held, so long as I am true to the ethics of the police service. I will constantly strive to achieve these objectives and ideals, dedicating myself before God to my chosen profession, law enforcement.
He said to me, Mom, you know, I want to get a bike. And I said, Tom, I don't want you to get a bike. Something happens to you, I don't think I can go on. And he said, Mom, nothing's gonna happen. He was a safe driver. He wore all the gear, but was a bike, so they're just not safe. You just don't have metal around you.
Burglaries and robberies have become serious concerns in our city. This crime is referred to as a crime of opportunity because most criminals look for the path of least resistance. Protect yourself. Don't become a target. Lock your doors and keep expensive items out of plain view.
For crime prevention information, go to GainesvillePD.org or call the Gainesville Police Department's Crime Prevention Office at 334-2479. Protect yourself. Don't become a target.